The target audience for this podcast include elegant women, women who love the Lord but they are scattered everywhere, struggling so hard with self-governance, women who are looking to enhance self-governance because there's no way you live a life of purpose and fulfill and have a beautiful life without some amount or to a greater extent self-governance, mastering yourself. This podcast is hoping to help you build routines and habits that will help enhance your self-governance. Tell me a man who becomes something valuable in life without being able to master themselves.
To even start with, you can't do life without God. Take it or leave it.
Hey gorgeous, welcome back to Nnalue Ifeoma YouTube channel. It's your coach, Nnalue Ifeoma, a YouTuber, a food scientist, a lifestyle coach, business owner, the list can go on. In today's video, I want to go straight to share with us routines and habits for Christian ladies, especially who are targeting the earlier mentioned. I don't know for you, but personally, if I wake up and run my day without routines and habits, without to-dos, and I end up having a not so fulfilling day. I will end up really not managing my time well. And if that goes on and on, it will keep disrupting my plans and goals for the year. And I remember that you planned out your year. You wrote down those goals, those plans, and you don't have to wait until tomorrow. Today is like yesterday's tomorrow, and tomorrow will become today's, how do I even put it? So if we are able to master ourselves, be able to govern ourselves, it will help us go a long way in achieving whatever we set our minds to do. We had the need for this particular topic during our 4 weeks feminine revamp, which was a group coaching with amazing women from across the globe who came together to go through 4 weeks of revamping ourselves, femininely revamping ourselves. And this was one of the topics that needed to be covered. So for all the feminine revamp ladies, this is definitely going to be one of your supporting resources. And for every other person who wasn't a part of us, it's completely fine. You still need to learn this to enhance your journey. So a little context about routines and habits. They can mean the same thing, but still not really mean the same thing. Routine talks about that thing you do regularly and repeatedly over time, and that has a duration. But habit is that particular thing that you have been doing repeatedly over time that has now been ingrained in you. So all of the things I'm going to be sharing to this podcast will not be in a particular order. You can actually swap, some of them according or depending on how you find them. And it is now your duty to find out which of these ones is going to be a routine for you and which of these ones you will continue routinely do until it becomes a habit for you. The first on my list is subscribe. I don't have to always remind you the importance of subscribing. I spend a lot of time. You may not want to know what I had to go through, a lot of things that I had to step on to make sure that I bring you really valuable content. I bring you quality content, to your doorstep free of charge. You're not paying me for nothing. The only thing that your only way of just saying thank you is to comment in my videos so that I'll know you came around, and also like my videos so that YouTube can share it, to the larger audience. Subscribe. I put in so much effort to end up having views that sometimes I get 60 something views, I get 20 something views over a video that I spent literally or over days or weeks preparing for. So please just go ahead and subscribe. We are going to run it down from your morning routine down to your bedtime routine. This will help you. So in between, you should be finding what is going to be your routine and what is going to be your habits. So number one would be to start off your day by waking early and spending quality time with God. This is the time of the day where your spirit is quiet, everywhere is still quiet. You just woke up and your mind is not chaotic, you're still very calm. And if properly done, if you properly utilize your quiet time with God, you are going to download ideas, you're going to find answers, you're going to get blueprints, you're going to find a lot of clarity to some of the questions you have just by sitting down, having that quiet time with God, practicing meditation the Christian way, which I shared with the ladies at the Print Demand and the ladies who attended Feminine Revamp about the Christian meditation, not the new age kind of meditation people do today that end up inviting spirits into their lives, thinking they are just trying to breathe in and relax. No, let go of the energy and relax. When you let go of that energy, you relax. What are you feeling yourself in with? And Jesus, I think it was Jesus who said it, right? In Matthew, he said, was it in Matthew? They said when a demon is being cast out of a body, it goes around, and when it can't find a place to live, 7 days later, it's going to come back to the house where it left. And when it comes back and it finds it empty, letting go relaxation, finding it empty, it's going to get 7 worse demons, worse demons to come and inhabit that. So start off your day with your quiet time with God. I don't know for you, but for me, starting off my day with quiet time, spending quality time with God helps to set the tone of the day for me. So regardless of what I face, whether it is joy or chaos, I am prepared to face it head on, to fight it, to embrace it, and not to be crushed by it. 2, stay focused and organized, utilizing your day by what? By reviewing your goals and priorities. I'm not sure about you, but I'm someone who usually plan my day. I plan my entire week and even plan my month and months ahead through the help of the Prindeman's Life Planner that I have been using for a little over 1 year now. She's not out yet, but we are still editing, still working on it, reviewing it to be sure that when she finally gets out, it will be a lifesaver to a lot of women who will get hold of that planner. So that planner has really helped me to sincerely and genuinely plan myself and also tracking each season of my life. In the same planner, I have my year's goal, and each month I have each month's goal and each week's goal. So in the same planner, I can easily go through what I want to do for the next week, write it down ahead of time, plan it during the weekend, and for each day, I review the next day the night before. So like today that I'm shooting this video, I had already reviewed what I was going to be doing the next day, like today, and it makes it easier for me. 3 will be self-care. So personally, there's this boost of self-confidence each time I do my skincare routine, especially my face care routine, and I have my face plumpy and glowing, radiating that glow like you're seeing in this video. It really boosts my self-confidence. And you know what happens when your confidence is boosted? You can crush any mountains standing your way. You can face the world. Even if you're going through chaotic moments, please make sure that you practice skincare. There's something it helps you to do. I remember I used to tell my girlfriend and I used to gist a lot. I'm sure she's watching this video, and I'll be like, girl, I remember when I will be crying, and then I'll go to the mirror and then I'll be looking at myself to know how I'm crying, how I look. And I know that can be quite not childish, but childlike, I don't know, but if I see myself looking really beautiful with those tears, I feel, but if my hair is scattered, I do not do my skincare, my face is just like that, and I'm crying, I'm going to look ugly. And at least, even if I'm in tears, let me be looking beautiful, in tears. So self-care activities can include skincare, grooming. You should check out, there's a video I made on grooming habits for high value feminine women. You definitely should see that. You see all those tiny grooming habits that will help you to look all put together. Also, dressing in a way that makes you feel empowered and confident, even if you're at home. The thing here is just don't overdo it, right? Remember, the goal here is to make it a routine that becomes a habit ingrained in us and not just a one-off thing. If you try to do everything all at once, you will end up getting exhausted and you will easily give up. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people give up on things. Once they want to do everything all at the same time. You do it today, you do it tomorrow with the same energy, and with this amount of things to do, you will easily just lose it. 4, time management. In order for you to really utilize your time properly, we all have 24 hours a day, and sometimes 24 hours is no longer enough for me. So in order for me to utilize my 24 hours properly, at least do so much in that particular day and not feeling exhausted, like ending the day completely knocked out, what I do is that I start to deal with the elephant tasks when I'm still creative, when I'm still energetic that morning, when I'm still bubbly, when I'm still strengthened, and not towards the evening when I'm supposed to begin to gradually wind down and retire for the day. Also, delegate some tasks to avoid feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. Postpone the ones you need to postpone. Tasks that are not so urgent that you know that you can postpone. Listen, this is not procrastination. You have things to do. Deal with the elephant task. Delegate the ones you need to delegate. Postpone some that you need to postpone so that you can have enough energy to deal with the ones you have to deal with. Also, our cycle has a way of interfering with our energy levels throughout the month. I made a video when I talked about the 4 phases of our cycle. You will need to see that video. What is expected of you to do during these 4 phases, your energy level, the kind of food to eat, and how to really utilize or make good use of those phases. So you might want to have that in mind too, knowing that your cycle is coming, understanding which phase you're in, and know how to plan your day or week in accordance to your energy level. Also, remember to know how to set healthy boundaries to protect your time and energy. Saying no when necessary to avoid overcommitting yourself. Very, very important. 5. Fasting. How do you even want to live a life of self-governance without having control over your body, over your consumption? Fasting has a lot. If you really, I can spend the entire week talking about fasting, how I went from someone who hated to fast to someone who can easily fast all through the month, every day, who can easily fast, who can just wake up and choose to fast, and the numerous benefits fasting has done for me, both in my it's skyrocketing my spiritual life, sensitizing me, opening the eyes of my understanding, giving me insight to my health. I will highly recommend this book titled Fasting by Jensen Franklin, Pastor Jensen Franklin. God, I bought that book in 2018, I think 2017, 2018, and I've read it for about 3 times now. And this book has really sincerely blessed my soul in no small way. I want to give you this task. Get that book and read it for yourself. You will consume, you will get all the goodness that comes with fasting. But like seriously, how do you intend becoming her without living a fasted life? How does it work? It doesn't work like that. Honestly, it does not work like that. Fasting does not twist the hand of God to do what he doesn't want to do. If that is your intention of fasting, then you're doing it all wrong. You will not even get answers. What fasting does is that it brings you up to that realm where the Bible says, come up hither. Fasting is like that vehicle that brings you up to that realm and then aligns your ear to hear clearly, your eyes to see clearly, your mind to discern properly and accurately all that God has always wanted to give to you. The Bible recorded that blessed be God who has blessed us with every spiritual blessings in the heavenly places. So how do you download these spiritual blessings into physical manifestation? One of the transportation system, or is fasting. Fasting puts you, just go and get that book. It is in the place of fasting that you will deal with gluttony. It is in the place of fasting that you will deal with the toxins in your system. See, sometimes I'm trying to go to the next point, but you're making me want to spend time to really, really talk more about fasting. But yeah, just get that book. 6, emotional well-being. You need to cultivate emotional intelligence through activities like journaling, praying, meditation, the Christian way. I will always hammer on it, the Christian way. Therapy, support groups. There is no way you are able to really master yourself without having support groups for accountability. Surround yourself with friends, with family members, with people who always help you become a better version of yourself, not people who talk down on you, not people who will always crush your spirit, people rather who would, even if they will be patient with you through your weaknesses, so far that you are ready to work on it, so far that you have made up your mind to work on self-governance. Surround yourself with people who will cheer you up all the way and people who will always tell you the truth. Communication skills. So this can be a routine which will now become a habit if you're able to know how to speak eloquently and articulately, clearly, and making your points precise, not talking here and there and picking points here and there. If you're able to have a pattern, a path through which you are communicating what is in your mind, and you're communicating it in such a way that the person receiving it really receives exactly what you mean, you have dealt with one of the greatest struggles of self-governance. I also made a video on communication blunders. You need to get a hold of that video. Very important. 8, physical health. How are you able to govern yourself when you cannot control your body? Like I said, exercising, going for a walk, or visiting the gym, whichever way helps you keep moving. I always do mine at home, and I've been considering of late if I'm going to get registered at the gym so I can be visiting. But until then, I'll keep doing mine at home or taking a walk outside. Now, you may hear people be like, oh, I do yoga practice as a form of keeping my health, in check. I don't really believe in yoga. I used to, but I no longer believe in yoga, owing that from the things I now know about the practice, the origin, I will not advise any Christian lady to do that. If you have any doubts on this, you can let me know in the comment section so I can make a more detailed video about this. Or the internet is your world. You can go surf it, prayerfully surf it, and you will find answers. Number 9, nutritious meals, hydration, and adequate rest. More fruits, more nuts, more vegetables, less processed foods. Don't overhydrate, don't get dehydrated, just keep it balanced. So how do you know that you're overhydrated? When your urine is clear and transparent, it's a sign of hydration. And on dehydration rather, is when your urine is really like, the color is I wouldn't say orange, it's really dark amber color. But when your urine is like just like amber color, it's like normal, it's not transparent, it's not dark, then you are good to go. Try to take the adequate number of sleeps, or you just try to take naps in between your day. Good rest has a way of maintaining your skin and serves as an anti-aging habit. Number 10, regular checkups and screenings. Your excuse might be, oh, I don't have money, but I promise you, when you fall sick, when you become a victim of any of these, or maybe victim out of ignorance, sheer ignorance or negligence of these sicknesses, you will even spend more. It is important that every year you go for mammogram, which is breast cancer screening, and you should also learn to do self-breast examination at home every month after your period. That time when your breast is already soft, right? You should try to take your time to do self-breast examination. Go for pap smear test, which is the cervical cancer screening, your blood pressure, cholesterol, and all of that. I made a more detailed video on the medical checkups every woman should do every year. You should check out for that video. So we have 3 more to go. Subscribe. Take your time to subscribe now. Follow us. 11th one is your financial management. Do you have budgets and financial plans to manage expenses, save for the future, and achieve your financial goals? This is one of the arm of the Print Demand, the coaching one-on-one coaching program we have, the arm of our 12 weeks coaching program at the Print Demand. If you don't have the money to enroll to get educated, at least do yourself good by educating yourself when it comes to financial literacy. Number 12, keep growing. Set aside time and resources to get on professional courses and programs that will aid your growth. Really create time for personal and professional development. This can be through reading, online courses, seminars, and the rest of them. You just have to keep growing. Lastly, reflection and gratitude. You should end each day reflecting on how you spent that day, the areas you did well and the areas you didn't really achieve, which is why there's a part of our planner that help us to always keep track, to reflect, and to show gratitude each day. What are you grateful for? At the end of the day, what is that thing you're grateful for? Whether it is small amount of joy that you got that day, or even if it is chaos, find something gratitude, something to be grateful for, as it will help tilt your mind far away from worry and trouble, and instead of reminiscing over things you did not achieve. So these are some of the routines and habits that will help you as a Christian lady to stand elegant, to have control, enhance self-governance. I hope this helps you. If it does, don't forget to subscribe, share this to as many women as possible, and I look forward to make sure you check the description box to make good use of all of the links in there, the video links that I mentioned on the grooming habits and the rest of that. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.